is one of the landing areas. Canoes. Nice, huh? Surrounded by mountains. All water by the canal. There's nothing else there. I'm gonna head back to birds. Wow, look at the size of that. Coming from the marshes. Whoa. Wow. Wonder what word birds these are. Seagull, maybe? View of the water turbine. Basically, what this states is 1800s and early 1900s. Basically, the river flow ran mills, water mills, cotton mills, grain mills, graphite mills, ironwork. But in the early 1900s, they got this water wheel to use water power for industrial turbines. You know, this didn't freeze up, and pretty interesting. So it powered industrial work here. Again, this is another stop in the river passage that we were talking about. Mohawk Indians gave this place the name, the place between the great rivers, Ticonadaroga. A portage for carrying canoes connected Lake George with Lake Champlain long before the Europeans identified the strategic importance. The French built the fort to control the travel, then lost it to the British at the end of the 7 Years' War. A generation later, American rebels captured Fort Ticonderoga and turned it into a thriving community. The La Chute River drains into Lake George, draining Lake George into Lake Champlain, offer a steady supply of water, lumber, and then graphite, cloth. All these are manufactured. So there's a fort, museum, the Hancock House. Let's check out the Hancock House next. La Chute River Walk. I am here, so it's actually, maybe I should do this walk. Should be an interesting walk. These are the places to see. Let's see. Let's go check it out. Historic church. Each place there's some kind of sign. See what it says. The grindstones lining the street were used by early mills in 1800s. The mills were located in the entire area of the falls of the La Chute River and were salvaged by Vincent Strebe and placed here in 1978. So the slab is from the 1800s, huh? Interesting. Ticonadaroga Veterans Park. Let's check it out. So this is the La Chute River right here. Let's check this, what these plaques say. Long gone veterans of World War II who died here. These are World War I. Unbelievable. Veterans Memorial. So these people died so many years ago, and this might be for the Vietnam War, I guess. Erected by the Legion. Interesting. World War II. All these people died in World War II, World War I. Imagine how historic this place is, and they remember their dead, you know? Look at that. It starts all the way from the Revolutionary War, War of 12, Spanish-American, World War I. This poor guy died in Kuwait, Afghanistan, and Iraqi freedom. Yeah. So, yep, it's still a strong tradition in many towns to join the army. La Chute River, the lower falls stood the sawmill, used in 1755 by the French to build Fort Carlin, and by the British in 1759 to build a fleet for the forts at Ticonderoga and Crown Point. Here it is, my friend. River La Chute over there. So, yeah, it's very historic. It's pretty polluted too. It's that old, you know. Like I mentioned, you know, all these towns are sort of losing population. They're not very populated, very less young people. Most of the old people, you know, geriatric folks are left. Um, Younger folks, wherever can move, they move to more prosperous areas. So yeah, they do have a lot of population decline, but still very historic. You know? The tablet marks the landing of the Grand Carry on the Great War Trail between the Indian tribes of the North and the South Country. Also marks the beginning of that carry between the lakes to avoid the falls and the rapids, which later became a military road point built by the French. This point, huh? The French sawmill, the first ever built sawmill, the French sawmill first built in the Champlain Valley, was erected in 1756 on the foot of the falls. During the disastrous battle with Montcalm's forces, French lines were hit in July 8, 1758. Washington and Franklin passed through this military road during the Revolution. This was placed here in 1910. It's crazy, man. This town is so old. What is that? Oh, look at that. Interesting. Looks like an old soldier from the Revolutionary War. Each place here is so full of history, you know. Although it's like a forgotten town, but look at this. Alfred Newman. Mr. Alfred Newman. He's almost like 8 feet tall. Oh, look at this. Somebody placed this. Cool, man. I'll take a picture of him. So historic here. What is this? Mount Defiance Watershed and stream daylighting. The watershed, the community developed on the banks of La Chute due to hydropower made available by the river flows. Green Practices Landscape Project. Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand much about Mount Defiance watersheds, but it's some green project. Well, I just decided to take the La Chute River Trail. This looks like a really interesting. Let me show you. So cool. So this is where the Champlain joins the Lake George. And look at this. Very nice. It's very soothing. A lot of fish in here too. And the water is like cold, very cold. What are these ants? I've never seen ants like these. What is this? This is the trail. It goes here. I was coming from the back. It's gonna go all the way over there. Oh, I missed a spot. A paper mill here that made a lot of, you know, paper back in the 1800s. This new plan drew water for power for the paper mill. Construction of the island mill, 1891. Stacks of pulp wood await the transportation to the paper mill. That's another point. I was really tempted to go down here and touch the water, but I'm not going to do that. This is fast-moving water, and there's nobody else here. Maybe I should. Point in the falls. It's beautiful, isn't it? Very nice. Not natural. Continuing on the path. I hope it's the right path. We'll go this way. Dam. Workforce of the mill nearby often had multi-generational homes. Like this one, until the 1960s. Construction of mill, construction of Richards pulp mill, about a major transformation or refiguration of the watercourse, and second dam created a pond. At 18 feet, this dam is the lowest of the 6 surviving dams. Of all the mill sites around the river, Richards Dam alone retains its historical reference name. Hiram Thomas Treadway built a wooden mill here in 1834. The sheep here were imported from Spain and were spun into fine yarn. And what else? In 1906, this had been purchased, and a dynamo was built for electricity generation. Oh wow! Look at that speed. Woohoo! No wonder it's so. Man, wow! Powerful, man. Check it out. You guys are slippery. The water is leaking. Now look at the power of the water. Ooh. Like a bomb. Picture there in the small city. Small downtown. Random shops, guitar shop, Chinese food, offices. Downtown Ticonadaroga. People are gathering here. Random. Nice art. How beautiful are these trees? Wow, so many pheasants. I've never seen so many. Oh, these are turkeys. Are these turkeys or pheasants? I don't know. Interesting. Random town on the Champlain town.